Okay, so this is the wormery, the accidental wormery in the compost pile. This is the 28-day compost that has now just been sitting for probably 3 months or so, maybe more. But yeah, so last time I was in here, I added a whole bunch of coffee on top and this bin. This is like 40 pounds of soil. So they were kind of congregated around the middle, and I just want to kind of see what's going on inside. So, okay. So before I remove the plastic, this might be like a really good way to start a worm farm in a bin. You could take the worms from here and just place them directly in a bin and start a worm farm for free. I think most of these worms came from horse manure that we picked up in the spring. It was fresh horse manure and it was full of these worms. So we didn't trust the horse manure, so we actually grew stuff in it, and it came out to be clean, which I would highly recommend you do if you use horse manure. But yeah, so we'll see. It's a free source of red wigglers. So let's go in here and see. Okay. I would call that a success.
Whoa. Whoa.
So these are pretty much pure worm castings here.
The stuff that's on
like
top.
It's just pure worm castings. I wish the light was better in here.
Look at the carpet.
Yeah, they're just loving it. So this was, I don't know, a few pounds of coffee and just pressure. And you can see there's still a lot of coffee. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, I think we're over thousands here, right? Like, this is crazy amount of worms in here. Like, there is so many juveniles, baby worms, and it's like, that's 2 inches thick at least of pure worm castings. So, and as you can see, there's definitely more worms, hundreds of times more worms where all the weight was. So is it the weight or is it the coffee? Because I'm not sure, but the coffee was almost bone dry, and you know, now it's definitely picked up a ton of moisture, but like, you can see the coffee inside, it's bone dry, but these things are just working away at it. Look at that. I mean, that's, there's got to be like tens of thousands of worms there, right?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So from 2 pails of fresh horse manure that we did test for aminoparalids and broadleaf fertilizers, I mean, you could start a ton of worm bins with this for essentially free. It's gas money to go pick it up. So, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. I would definitely, Sandra, you need some worms? We got worms. So, so yeah, and anyone else on the island, if they see this, you want to start a farm, we got worms for you. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, and what we got to do is get rid of all this, because all our sweet compost is underneath it, and we want to use some of it before winter. So we do have compost over here, but yeah, that is just an epic amount of worms. Patrick, I think it's the pressure, man. I think they like the pressure.
That's sweet.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
So,
wow.
that was pretty epic worm day right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of worms.
That is a ton of worms. So yeah, just give it a try. I mean, definitely go get some barnyard horse manure, keep it out of the garden, make sure it's not contaminated, and then take the red wigglers and get yourself some free fertility going. So
Stay awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. Cool. Cheers, guys. Okay, so we're not sure if it's the pressure or the coffee that they're attracted to. So what I'm gonna do is sprinkle, we have tons of coffee here. Sprinkle a bunch of coffee out here and then see if they migrate out or if they stay more congregated in the middle. So, I mean, if you guys have any other ideas that you want us to try, we're definitely down. But this would be a great way to, if you're in a cold area, to basically overwinter your worms without having to bring them in the house. If you had enough, I think if you had enough like food source for them, coffee, whatever, they would just maybe move down a little bit when it got really cold and then just come straight back up. I mean, we're in zone, what, 9A, but we do get long freezing spells here. So yeah, it would be an interesting way, because I think in spring you could just throw some frozen food in there and boom, they would all come right back up. No idea what I'm talking about, but just a theory. So let's go.